Hello, Dr. Shannon, fellow classmates. I am Akia Trouble, and today I'll be briefing you on the movie Remember the Titans. First, let me give you an overview of the movie Remember the Titans. The movie Remember the Titans is based on T.C. Williams High School football team, the Titans. T.C. Williams High School, along with many other public high schools, were being integrated due to the United States Supreme Court ruling that ended all state-imposed segregation in public schools. Coach Herman Boone is brought in as an assistant coach to join at the time head coach Bill Yost and his staff were all white coaches. Coach Boone was soon appointed as head coach over Coach Yost, had a reputation for winning, but Coach Boone was reluctant on taking the position at the time due to that he was slighted when he was in South Carolina over a coach position, and he didn't want to do the same thing to Coach Bill Yost. Coach Boone had accepted the head coach offer, and also he asked Coach Yost to be his defensive coordinator for the team, the Titans. I will evaluate and discuss how Coach Boone used authoritative leadership and situational as well as transformational leadership, and how Coach Yost also used these styles to guide and direct the Titans football team. Both coaches had previous experience and great leadership, but different ways and methods of getting the mission accomplished. Coach Boone had a history or had a background in he was a civil rights leader who marched alongside with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Coach Boone knew the challenge that was ahead of him, and he knew that it would take a team effort and unity amongst the team coaches and the followers, which is the football team, in order for the racial barriers to be broken down. Coach Boone's agenda was winning games while caring for his football players. He was dual focused leader. He cared about he cared about the football team players as well as the staff. Coach Boone used authority and leadership, and as he told the football players, he expected of them, and the goal for the team is to win. For example, it was a scene in the movie with Coach Boone and another football team, another member of the football team, and the guy had his hand up. He had his hand up, and he was just like smiling, joking with the guys before Coach Boone came out. And Coach Boone went over and walked to him, and the football player was named Pete Jones. And he asked him put his hand down. And asked him, "Why are you smiling?" And he's like, "I'm just happy to be here." And Coach Boone said, "Oh, you happy to be here?" And he told him, and he asked him, not even asked, he told him, but demanded to him for him to refer to him as sir. And in that scene, he made an example and showed the team, not only Pete Jones, but the team as a whole, that he was serious and he was about business, and what his mission was for them to win and to be disciplined and to be able to show others that they're able to do it together as one. And he stated also that this is not a democracy. This is a dictatorship, and I am law. In authority and leadership, the leader tell the followers what to do and how to do it and when to do it. It is very effective if followers recognize and respect authority. It is not effective if they do not. According to Hershey Blanchard's situation model, Coach Boone initially used S1 telling in the beginning, and S2 selling, which he was high task orientation and high behavior. S3 participating also, low task orientation and high relationship behavior. And S4 delegating, low task orientation and low relationship behavior was later used. Coach Boone also used transformational leadership. And he knew that the change emerges from conflict, so he had football players, white and black, to pair up with one another to get to know each other and to put the fish on the table to create understanding in their differences. Coach Jost, he also knew football. And he was head coach of the Titans football team before Coach Boone was. And he was disappointed initially about the decision for Coach Boone to be the head coach. And when he received the news, he was out. He felt that he was out of a job. Coach Boone, a black coach, was the new head coach, and he knew that things was going to change not only for him, for his players, but he stuck in there, and he knew that it was bigger. It was a bigger mission at hand versus the color of this man's skin or the way that his team felt about the integrated system. He knew there was a bigger plan and something good would come out of it. At times, Coach Yost, he tried to take control of the team, but Coach Boone asserted his power and made it clear that he was the head coach. Coach Yost used transformational leadership. He was very encouraging and empathetic towards the players. For example, when Coach Boone was overworking the players and they was doing all these different exercises and everything because of one person on the team who had done something wrong, and he made all of them suffer together as a team. Coach Yost walked over to Coach Boone and he actually stated to him that there's a fine line between tough and crazy, and you're flirting with it. And Coach Boone actually listened to him and he stopped the workout. At times, Coach Yost was as if he was Coach Boone's conscience when he was going too far. He seen what was going on and he knew that something had to be done. He had to step in to tell him or show him that that's not the way you do things. You don't always have to be always authoritative. Sometimes you gotta care, and you have to show them and be empathetic to them. Coach Yost, he was very encouraging and empathetic towards the players. For example, um, in the end, towards the end, it was one of the football players, Pete Jones. One of the football players, Pete Jones, he was actually on the offensive side. And Coach Yost actually seen something in him and he knew that he wasn't doing well on the offensive side because he was scared. So he went on and put him on the defensive side and he did very well, even though Pete Jones didn't believe in himself. He didn't believe that he could do it. But Coach Yost encouraged him and pushed him for him to be able to do something outside of the box or outside of what he was doing and for him to get comfortable with it. And he got in that position. He loved it, Pete Jones. Also, he used authoritative style leadership, Coach Yost did. And it changed according to the situation. He initially used S2 selling, high task orientation, how they should behave, and S3 participate in low task orientation and how they should behave. He then used S1 and F through S4 according to the situation that was at hand with the team. Coach Boone and Coach Yost were both great leaders with similar styles of leadership, used different times. Coach Boone used S1 telling, and Coach Yost also used S2 selling or S3 participating. Both coaches worked together and used it collaboratively, used collaborative leadership and whatnot, and brought together not only the Titans football team, but the community as a whole. When leaders are able to adjust their styles of leadership, they are more effective as a whole also. With that said, I'd like to bring this briefing to a close, and I'd like to thank everyone. Have a nice day. And I also have 3 people. Thank you.
Thank you.
My mother, my son, and my best friend. Thank you. Dr. Shannon, have a nice one.